Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Friday, June 23rd of 2017. I'm astrologer Dave Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, Leo King Elite, my awesome Lightworker school, has limited available seats left. Come and join us at leokingelite.com if you want to join now. And of course, my July horoscope explosion, the catalyst of manifesting your dreams, is now ready for registration. Register now at inclusiveastrology.com. And of course, spiritual dance music tonight. But before we take a look at all the planets, let's take a look at the Leo King's planet energy meter to understand where all the energy is for your Friday. And I am sending you lots of great energy. I am sending you lots of love and light. And I'm hoping that you have an awesome, amazing, and spectacular, wonderful new moon Friday. And I'm putting that energy meter at the hot position, even though, yes, I usually put, extreme for new moons and stuff, but you know what? Sure, there's some intense energy, but this is a pretty chill and mellow new moon, okay? You might even want to fall asleep. It's a new moon in Cancer, the sign of sleep and the sign of resting. Really, you could also, dreams are Pisces, but there's a lot of Pisces energy going on as well, but we'll talk about that in a second. This is a new moon that's all about the solstice and moving forward. To me, this is the true solstice. It might have felt like the solstice was just another day, but when you get a new moon in Cancer, boom, that's the signal of this summer. And it's interesting to see that this is a time for us to take a minor break. There's a massive summer coming ahead. We have just gone through massive, massive, massive change from May to January at the beginning of 2017. And so this is finally giving us a moment to take stock, to have the right foundation, so we can make the big achievements we want in our life. Remember, Pluto is on the opposite side of this, and we're not exactly in an opposition there, but we are dealing with Mars. Mars and Cancer. This could be our little baby inside. This could be our inner baby. This could be the parts of ourselves that want things to happen, and especially with the dark moon in Gemini yesterday, it's kind of like, I think we're learning to not let ourselves go crazy or let our little infant inside cry like a little baby. And I think we're learning to nurture ourselves, take care of ourselves better, and see a bigger picture, weigh things out more. This is Mars in Cancer square Jupiter in Libra. And this is the beginning of Mars having to go through quite a lot of tests here, as its whole entire journey through Cancer is going to be, square to Jupiter, opposing Pluto, and then squaring to Uranus. So, this is the beginning of it with this new moon, and it's also at the same time that Venus is trining over to Pluto, which means that, things can be manifested, things can be created. This is a great time for looking forward into plans. It's almost like everything comes together, and I don't know why my guides keep saying this, but this is a magic new moon. Magic happens, things happen out of nowhere, and you don't have to try as hard as you really think that you have to. If you overthink it, if you get too crazy over things, and you're trying to push things too hard, things with all this Cancer and Libra aspect, and Taurus and Capricorn, as long as you stuck to a plan and you planned a date, somehow some things just come together. And I think especially, things are not going fast, they're going slow, but they're going slow enough to manifest and to create things. There's a big catalyst of change coming when all this energy will, especially, leave Cancer and come into Leo with this Mars in Leo in the North Node there. There's a lot that's coming towards that, but this new moon is getting us prepared for that. This new moon is getting sure that this foundation in your life, you know how to take care of yourself, you know how to not go crazy, you know how to comfort yourself, you know how to really make sure that that little kid inside is not, and I'm not meaning the little kid that has fun, the infant that cries when things happen or things don't go their way. And I think that you're going to have this humbling experience with this new moon of like, wow, everything kind of did show up the way that I wanted it to, and I kind of was freaking out, and I was kind of overthinking it and processing it all. This new moon is in a slight square with Chiron. Even though Chiron is in Pisces and a fellow water sign, it is in a slight square. And I think that this new moon is about healing ourselves from the past wounds, or when things don't work out, or frustrating situations, and learning to release, learning to take care in those situations, learning that we learn a lot through when things don't go the way we want to, when really they sometimes actually do. Maybe not in the way that we want them to. Maybe the universe shows us some ways or roads that we weren't looking at, especially with this Jupiter square Mars aspect. Our ego is learning to have to learn things are going at the pace that the universe wants. Things need to take time. There needs to be patience in things. And more importantly, I think now that we need to learn how to communicate our feelings better. This new moon, especially with Mercury on top, is asking for us to communicate our feelings better, to understand how we feel. If we don't understand how we feel, And if we've been too caught up in distractions with all the Gemini energy and especially all the squares to Neptune and Chiron, I think that we are kind of unsure about what our feelings are. We've been questioning our feelings. This new moon is about setting in, I don't want to say stone, but setting an intention to know what our feelings are, to know how we feel about situations, about moving forward into this season and into this big next couple months. That definitely will change our lives with eclipse season hanging, and especially the next new moon conjunct Mars in Leo at the very beginning of Leo within the next month. Card of the day is, wow, we got the 10 of Cups upright. I can't even believe that I picked this card. This is a huge moment of hurrah in our life, a break, celebration, that all things in life come together even when we didn't believe it, that all things come together in beauty and harmony, and even when we think that the worst is going to happen, you know what? The most beautiful day always shines upon us. Thanks so much for being a follower here on the Leo King YouTube app. But you know, these are what you're missing if you're not on the app every day. Thanks so much for all your support. I truly appreciate it. If you want this daily guidance, jump on and try the LeoKingApp.com. And of course, if you want to be part of the school, the LeoKingElite.com. Check that out as well. Thanks so much, and I will see you tomorrow if you got the app.